got the blessing of you playing FBI Agent Miller on the hit show Ozark, which is in season 4 right now, that you can't talk about. I know you can't talk about. Now that picture that Bjorn has up there, Bjorn, our producer, you guys know about him.
Yeah.
I wanted to show that picture because that's with Tom Pelfrey, who went to Rutgers with me. Yeah, because Tom Pelfrey and I, we were at Rutgers at the same time, but we weren't in the same class, but we were there. And then while he was, doing shows and doing things that, like, we're all in training, and I would look at him and like he would just nail something. And I was like, why is he even here? Like, just go out and work. Like, it was just, but I respect his artistry because he's always about training, always about getting that work done, and always about learning about the art of his craft, which is why I love it. But I wanted to show that picture to say, give him a little shout out because he's a Rutgers alum like me. Yeah, he's great. And so, what is it like being a part of this amazing cast? Because, like, everybody on the show to me is amazing. So for you, talk about auditioning, getting the phone call that you got it, and then now you're, season 3, and now you're on season 4, which you're shooting now. You can't talk about. What is it like being on set with Jason Bateman and Laura Linney? Like, this is just amazing to me. So talk to me about a little bit about that.
This actually connects to Vera Stark. Alexa Vogel saw Vera Stark, or I don't know if she saw it or somebody from her office saw it. And I don't know if it's necessarily what got me the audition, but it was my first time going in for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went in, and it's one of my favorite shows. And Laura Linney is one of my favorite actors in the world. Look at her. She's just
amazing. She's so good. Yeah.
Oops. So I went in, I felt great about it. It was one of those auditions, though, that everything went wrong before it. Trains delayed, this and that, and you get there literally 3 minutes before you're supposed to be in the room. And I had on black tights, black tank top, a jean trench coat, a leather hoodie, because I had my pencil skirt and everything in my bag, and this little bob wig because my hair was all froed out. And I was like, I had looked up FBI on the internet. I ain't seen nobody with a fro. I was like, let me just put on something. I was behind to put on anything, and so I literally had to go in the room like me. Just as I was, but I had done the work, so I was like, God, let this be it. Like, I just all I can do is give you the work because, it's just not together today. But something about that they saw, and they were just like, that's her. So I was really thankful when I got that call. I got it like a month later, though.
Oh, so wow.
Out of sight, out of mind. And I remember sort of falling over in the parking lot when I got it and just being like, okay. And when I auditioned for it, it was recurring. And when I booked it, it was series regular.
I mean, they better make you a series regular. The way you acted up there, you voted like one of the top 2020 performances of Agent Maya. I saw your name up there. I was like, my girl is one of the top performances on TV of 2020. I was like, so, I mean, how did you feel about that? I was so moved when I read that.
That was crazy. I was like, what? Did they, I was all this other stuff today. They must not have seen all that other stuff.
Boy, I want to talk about, you said something about being out of sight, out of mind, because there's certain parts that sometimes I audition for, and then it takes me a while to let go of because it's like, like I really want it. But then, so you were able to let go of Ozark because we're all fans of the show, and then to be up, to go in for it, I would just be on pins and needles. But you just totally were like, okay, God is in your hands.
I gotta let go of all of them.
Yeah.
First of all, my anxiety, if I want something, it's not healthy, and I'm not going to be able to be successful at the next audition because I'll be sometimes I'm not successful at it. There are some that you want more than others, but all of them, I think at that time, especially because it was in that sort of like pilot season sort of in a row where you have a couple at a time. And I was so thankful at that time I had a couple that I was just putting out, and the minute I was done, I always save my audition sites just in case.
Me too.
Crystal out the window. And so I won't let it go in that aspect, but I'd let it go. I mean, it was a month later. So, and when I got the call, it was like, all of a sudden my life changed fast.
Wow.
And for me, just getting to New York, 6 years ago, and, just getting settled. I was literally dropping off Charlie Hudson III, shout out
Okay, shout out.
Husband third was taking me to the U-Haul to drop my U-Haul off because I literally just finally moved out of my DC storage unit.
Wow.
And also for 6 years, I still had stuff in storage because I was bouncing around and subletting. And I finally moved into an apartment. That was my apartment.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to move to Georgia now. And I was like, okay.
But you know, but this is the thing. This is about your journey that is just so, when I say your steps are ordered, because when you talk about your experience with Booty Candy, and like Robert Harris, like, you got to be in New York in 2 weeks, and you was like laying on the floor on an air mattress, laying on the floor, you know, and then something like this comes up, you're like, okay, I've been here before, I got this, right? And so when you look back, because hindsight's 2020, like, you were made for a time such as this, because that for you, another actor probably would have been like freaked out, but you were like, okay, I've been here before, I've been on the air mattress, I've been on the floor for 2 weeks, you know, girl.
It's been my whole life. Like, I had this moment the other day where I was just like, I haven't been home in a while. Like, I kind of told you this on the phone. It was like, I was in Georgia for 6 months. Then I came back and did, you know, a show for like 3 months, but I didn't get a chance to see too many people. And then I went away, or then we hit pandemic. Yeah. I'm away again. And I've been here for a little bit, and it's just like, dang, you know, is this my life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, who's to say that the next one will be in New York or LA or Nova Scotia?
Yeah. Amen. Okay.
It's my life, so I'm okay with it. I accept it. I'm thankful.
Holla.